welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well and have had a good week. This video has been requested by a few people as a couple of the ladies in my team took part in a makeup masterclass with MJ. She's a vegan, cruelty-free beauty blogger, big on Instagram. I love following her, I love her videos, and she's a big advocate of TROPIC as well. And she did a makeup masterclass a few weeks ago, and a couple of the girls on my team did it, and then we all had a Zoom masterclass with those two ladies, and they shared the tips and tricks that they learnt, and it was a smoky eye makeup look. And I know a few of you weren't able to jump on the Zoom call at the time, so asked me to do it as a YouTube video so that you can refer back to it, which is what I'm bringing you today. So if you would like to see how I achieved this makeup look, smoky eye, all things TROPIC makeup, of course, then please keep watching. Okay, so first things first, I'll address the shiny bits under my eyes first. These are the Hydrogel Eye Masks that TROPIC do, and I put them on this morning because basically we had the worst night we've had so far with Arnie. He woke up about 2 o'clock crying, and I heard him, so I went downstairs to let him out because he does tend to cry when he needs to go out for number 2, we have been getting up with him a couple of times in the night anyway to train him to go outside, and it's been going really well until last night. I woke up, went into the living room, could smell straight away that he'd done a number 2 already, and it was in his crate, and I opened the door to his crate and he ran out and had obviously run through his poo and ran it through the living room. So I grabbed him, took him outside, and then it was basically a clean-up mission at 2 o'clock in the morning, which took us a little while. We bathed Arnie, we cleaned the living room, we got everything out of his crate, we binned a blanket because it just wasn't worth salvaging, and yeah, that was our morning early this morning. We eventually got back to sleep and he was good as gold the rest of the night. But I mean, considering we've had him 2 weeks now and that's our first really bad night with him, it's not too bad. So basically these are needed this morning. I thought I need to film this video, I want to get it up because it's been requested, but I need a bit of help with my under eyes this morning because I am tired. Anyway, I'm going to leave these on for as long as I can. I left them on whilst I was doing my hair, and I'm going to continue to keep them on for a while longer because they are needed. Right, first things first though, I have done my skincare already, so I've cleansed, I've toned, I've moisturised, but before I do any makeup, I mentioned it in a previous makeup video that I use the Sunday SPF 50 every day, because no matter whether the sun is out, whatever, you need to protect your skin to obviously avoid unnecessary premature wrinkles. So a lot of people think it's just when the sun's shining. I mean, Brits, we're really bad for it anyway. I think when the sun shines in the UK, we just think, oh no, it's fine, we don't need SPF, we only seem to wear it on holiday. But you need it all the time. So I'm going to apply this first, and this makes an amazing primer to makeup. It smells like holidays, which instantly lifts your spirits and puts you in a good mood. So that's my SPF done. So something I learned from this makeup masterclass that we had was to start with your eyebrows. Now this is of course a smoky eye look, so a lot of the focus is going to be on our eyes, so if that's the case, then doing your eyebrows and your eyes first is a great place to start, because then if you get any fall down underneath your eyes, then you don't ruin the base of your makeup that you've already done, which I think is a great idea. And I have heard it before, but I've never really done it. I've always done my base first and then my eyes, but we're trying new things, so I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. Now, as you know, I use the 3-in-1 brush all the time. You've seen me use this so many times now. I use the spoolie end just to brush out and up my brows, however you like to really. And then I use the angled end in my pomade. Now you can use whatever you like, pomade or powder. I like a pomade. I think it gives a more defined look, and I don't know, I've used powder in the past, I just really like the pomade. And another tip that I learned on this masterclass was to start at the arch of your brow rather than here, because you don't want all the product to be at like the head of your brow. You want it the darker end here. So start on the arch and do the sort of tip of your eyebrow first, and then you can use the excess. It gives it a more natural look then. The excess of it goes on this part of your brow, on the head. So if you don't like a really bold brow, start on the arch so you don't get most of the product here and it's like super dark here and fades as it goes down. But I love this angled brush because it gives you such a nice easy tip to your brow. And you saw how quickly I did that. That's that eyebrow done. I'll just go in and do my other eyebrow. I also extend my eyebrow because quite often it ends a bit short of where it should. Because another tip I learned is if you put your brush on the edge of your nose, your eyebrow should end where your brush falls. So if it doesn't, then just bring that tip down a little bit. And like I say, this angled brush is perfect to do that. There we go, there's my eyebrows done. You can see I don't spend ages over them. And I've said it before, don't worry about getting them perfectly symmetrical because they're not twins, they're sisters. So now I'm going to go on to my eyes, my eyelids, and do eyeshadow and everything. But what I learned as well is to give your eyeshadow a base to sort of stick to and give you your eyelid, make it all one colour to start with. And to do that, it's like a primer for your eyeshadow, use the cream concealer. So I'm just going to use my finger. You can use a brush if you wanted to. I'm just going to use my finger and put it all over my eyelid, and I'm going to take it up to my eyebrow. So again, yeah, just providing that base for your eyeshadow. Okay, so there we go. I've put cream concealer all over my eyelid. Now I can go in with my eyeshadow. Now, so we're going in with the smoky eye. And again, something I learned was, I learned a lot on this masterclass. Something I learnt is to go in with your darker colours first and then finish with your lighter colours, whereas I would usually go in with a light colour. If you've watched my last makeup videos, that's the way around I do it. I do light and then my darker colours, which is fine to do, but this is just a new way. So I will still do it my other way, but I really like this way as well. So I'll probably flit in between the two. Another really good thing, and I've mentioned this before as well, about how versatile the makeup is, because you can use certain products for various things. For example, you don't just have to use the brow pomade as brow pomade, you can use it as an eyeshadow, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going, because I'm going for a slightly darker, like smoky eye look, I'm going to go in with hazelnut. I'll show you this shade. So I'm going to go in with hazelnut first, and I'm also going to use the same brush that I just used for my brow pomade, the angled one. So I'm going to go in with this shade first. I'm going to put this in the crease of my eye. Now I'll see if I can zoom you in for this bit as well. So maybe you can see my tired eyes a little bit better. So with this, with the angled brush, take it from the corner of your eye up and then do a V into the crease of your eye. And it all depends on how bold you want your eyes to be. Even though it is a smoky eye look, you don't have to have it really dark if you don't want to. So just pick your colours how you like, and you can just have a lighter smoky eye effect if you wanted to. So there you go, you can see I've done the V there, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm just going to take a blending brush, and then I'm just going to blend that in to the arch of my, not the arch, the crease of my eye. And as you can see already, that V's becoming less harsh. And I just blend it in. There we go. So I've got my first colour on. Now I'm going to go in again with the same brush, my angled brush, and I'm going to go in with Tamsin Pepper, which is a bit darker because I want to go a bit darker. And that's Tamsin Pepper. And I'm going to do the same thing that I just did. I'm going to draw a V on my eye. We go. So it's going a bit darker. Don't be scared. I was the same. I felt like, oh my gosh, what do I look like? But it all comes together in the end. There we go. So again, same thing again. I'm going to blend that into the keep saying arch, into the crease of my eye. And again, that Tamsin Pepper is a brow pomade rather than an eyeshadow, but you can see how nicely it blends just as a brow pomade as well. So you can use them for both, which is great, because then when you're making up your palette, you can get a brow pomade and that's your brown eyeshadow as well, which is great. I'm now going to go in with a powder, and I'm going to go in with the Chestnut. Now last time I did this look, I went in with Pebble, which I like because it's a bit lighter, but I'm feeling a bit braver this time. So this is Pebble. This is what I used last time. So if you follow me on my Instagram and saw the picture I posted after we did this masterclass, then this is the shade I used. But this time I'm going in with this one. And this time I'm going to use my pointed brush here, which is the other end of the blending one that I've used. So again, a double-ended brush, which is great, 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 as the other brush is. And then again, I'm just going to do the same, kind of do a V with this. As you can see, I'm not precise. I just put it on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. These eye masks, by the way, you get them in, unfortunately they're not sold individually, but you get 2 pairs of these with the Eye Bright collection. So when you get the Eye Work and the Eye Dream together, you also get 2 of these, which are definitely worth going for. If you use either of the Eye Work or Eye Dream, you save money by buying them together anyway. So yeah, I definitely recommend waiting to get the collection together so that you get these eye masks as well. So I'm just going to pop these eye masks off now. They are just one use too, so you don't save them. So I'm also going to use that same chestnut colour with this pointy end of my brush and take it underneath my eye. So I'm going to bring it down just to tie what I've done on the top of my eyelid with underneath. And then I'm going to go and do a lighter shade on my eyelid. Now I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the one that's in my palette, and I'm going to go for Oatmeal. So that's, excuse the state of my palette, I use it a lot. This one just here. So I'm going back to my 3-in-1 brush and using the flat end, which is usually used for eyebrow powder, but because I don't really use powder, I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow brush. And then I'm just going to put it on my eyelid. And just spread it over my eyelid there. There we go, so I've done that to both eyes. Okay, so because, like I said, this is a smoky eye, so probably more of an evening look, I'm going to go in with a bit of eyeliner. Eyeliner comes in black or brown. I'm going to use black, and it also comes with a really handy, you just take it out at the end there, a little sharpener that sharpens up your eyeliner, which is so snazzy. You don't have to worry about having a separate eyebrow sharpener, and then you can just put it away like that so it doesn't get all dirty in your makeup bag. And then I'm just gonna go along the top of my lid, and now this goes on really nice and smooth. You don't want to do it in one line, just do little motions as close to your lash line as you can. But the good thing, if you do a little mistake, it doesn't matter because you can blend this as well, so it's not such a fine line. It's sort of like the smoky look. So I'm just going to smudge that eyeliner that I've just done a little bit, because I don't want it to, well, I've not done it perfectly either, but I just want it to look a bit more smoky. And then I'm going to take this eyeliner underneath my eye and do it on the lash line, or on the tear line, or do it on, the waterline, that's what it's called. And it just intensifies the eyes again that little bit more. It all comes together when you add mascara, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to take our fixing gel mascara, and I'm going to add the extension fibres as well, and I'll show you how we do this. So I literally go in with a coat of fixing gel mascara first, and then straight after I go in with the extension, sorry, I'm blocking my face with my mirror. I straight away go in with the extension fibres afterwards. So there is my first coat of fixing gel mascara. I'm going to go straight in with the fibres and just apply this to the tips of my eyelashes, and I only do the top lashes, I don't do the bottom with this. And I do this straight after adding my mascara before it dries, so that obviously the fibres have something to stick to. I'm just going to go in on the other eye while this one's sort of having about 20 seconds to set. And this is where it's so handy that you haven't done your base already, because as you can see, I kind of poked myself in the eye on this side, but it's fine because I'm just going to leave it, and then I can go and wipe it off after, because I've actually got no makeup on my face yet. So this just proves why when you're doing more of an eye makeup look, the focus is more on your eyes, to do them first. So I've done my fixing gel mascara and the fibres on that side, so I'm going to go back and finish off my right eye with another layer of fixing gel mascara. There we go. So now I've done my eyes, I can then go in with a cotton bud and tidy up under here, and if you've got any on the top here, tidy it up, and then we can get onto the rest of our face. I'll zoom you out a little bit because you don't need to be as close, I don't think, for this bit. So what I'm going to do first is my beauty booster. Now this is our sheer foundation, which I absolutely love. As you can see, it's almost all gone. I do have a spare all ready to go, but I absolutely love this. Now I could never go back to normal foundation because I just find them too heavy. They don't let your skin breathe, that I find, and I just love this one. It gives coverage, but you can still see your skin, and when we're taking such good care of our skin with amazing products, we don't want it to just be completely covered so you can't see our skin shining through. So I just put it on the back of my hand, and then I apply it with a beauty blender. I haven't really gone under my eyes because I'm going to do that in a second. I use the shade Barely Nude for reference, and I just find that's a really lovely shade. I can wear warm beige when I have a little bit of colour to my face in the summer, or if I'm using the sun drops, but I don't actually have any sun drops on my face at the moment. I'm going to go in with a concealer under my eyes, and I'm using the Illuma, which I always use. You can also use the cream concealer if you'd like, but the Illuma is for brightening, and as I mentioned earlier, I need all the brightening I can get under my eyes today. I'm just going to do a big sort of, you can do a triangle, but I don't perfect a triangle, but you know, just sweep it around my under eyes, just take it down and sweep it around, and kind of like an upside down triangle like that, but don't worry about being perfect with it. So yeah, the Illuma is for brightening areas, so you could even use this to contour. You could put a little bit down your nose, on your forehead. In fact, I will put a little bit on my forehead here. In fact, I will put it down my nose as well. So you can, yeah, wherever you want to highlight, or not highlight, but brighten, then the Illuma is great for that. And then again, I just go in with a beauty blender and blend that in. I'll leave the bits under my under eyes just to set for a little while, or sort of absorb in, so that they really brighten my under eyes, but I'll blend this bit in. And then if you want to conceal areas, so if you've watched makeup videos of mine before, I like to do this on any blemishes or red areas that I have. So I have little red marks down here. Got one there. And I get a little bit red around my nose as well, so I like a little bit of extra coverage there. Although I'll probably put a face mask on later when I'm going to the supermarket and I'll rub it all off. But we're going with it for now. And I go in with my beauty blender, blend that in. So you can see already that my skin tone is evening out from what it was before, and I don't look like I'm absolutely shattered. I like quite a matte finish. I don't, because I've got oily skin, I do get a bit oilier throughout the day, so I like to mattify my base. But you could leave it like this if you wanted to. But I am going to go in with my soft focus, because I don't feel like I need any more coverage. So this is just a light powder that just sort of sets everything in place and mattifies it a bit. So I'm going to use the fluffy kabuki brush, which I absolutely love, and I'm just going to put it in the areas. Don't have to put it everywhere, because I do still want a bit of a dewy look, but I'm going to put this under my eyes, just set under my eyes, and the places that I get oily, so my chin that I just did, down my nose, and on my forehead. And it is such a fine powder, it's so lovely. You don't need much, a little goes a long way, and but it has such a lovely finish, I find. And there you go, you can see it's mattified me. I haven't really done any on my cheeks because I like them to be a bit more glowy, but yeah, my T-zone I like a bit matte. I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. I keep this really simple, really easy. I just use a powder and I do the 3 around my face. So start on my forehead, around here like this, top of my cheek here, and then around my jawline. And you can also put a little bit down your nose, but I don't get that technical, to be honest. I don't mind my nose, it's not perfect, but I'm not that fussed about it. So I'm just using the Face Precision brush, which is again a double-ended one. I use this end for the bronzer and then I use this for blush. So I'm going in with Bali bronze for my bronzer. And then don't need too much because you don't want to have a big orange line down the side of your face. But just lightly pop it on. This is just to give you a bit of dimension and yeah, to your face really. There we go, you can really see better this side because that's the natural light coming from the window. This side's a bit shadowed. So yeah, this is a more realistic view of what that looks like. You can just see I've got a little bit on there, not too much, around my forehead, and I've gone under where you would naturally get shadows on your face is where you want to put your bronzer. And you can build it up as much as you like. I'm going to go in with blush, which I feel like just finishes the face off nicely. So I'm going in with the cream blusher, which I love because I find the cream one just gives you a really nice dewy finish to your cheeks. And I use Coral Bloom, which is this one here that's very used. As you can see, this palette is very used. This palette is, so if you were to do an Instagram versus reality post, this one would be my Instagram and this one would be my reality. Look at the difference. This is obviously my newer one, this one here, and yeah, you can see how much I use this one. This one I've had for so long. So anyway, blusher, put it on the apples of your cheeks, and you don't just want to do a circle here, you want to take it up here as well. So I just pat this because I want to build it up rather than just go in with too much. So just pat it lightly and I go up towards my hairline pretty much with my blusher. And if you want to find the apple of your cheek, just smile. There you go. There you go. You can see the difference already with like the effect that that has. It really lifts your face, I find. And yeah, on the other side. There we go. Sometimes I do add a little bit down my nose as well, just not very much, and maybe a little bit on my chin. But yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna add some highlighter, and with this you want to add it where the sun would naturally hit you and where you want the bits of your face that you want to accentuate. So if the sun was out, which it's not today, it would hit me on the tops of my cheekbones, and with this I just use my finger, and I use Sunrise, I think the shade is for this one. So I put it on tops of my cheeks there. I also put it on just under my eyebrow, so my brow bone effectively, where the sun would hit me. You can also put this down your nose, on the tip of your nose, and on your cupid's bow, so the top of your lip. I really like putting it here. Like it adds a bit of volume to your lips as well. There we go. And another place that you can put it, I'll just get a little brush for this, is on the inner corner of your eye. So just take a little eyeshadow brush and it just makes the inner corner of your eye pop as well, which I think is really pretty. So just on the inner corner there, you can see it, yeah, like that. Now, last but not least is lips, and this is probably one of my favourite bits, as well as the mascara. Well, I like it all, but the mascara I feel like finishes off your eyes properly. The blusher lifts your face, and I feel like the lips just completely finish your face. So because all the focus is on my eyes, we've gone quite dark for me anyway, on my eyes, and they're quite dramatic with the black liner and everything. I'm gonna go quite neutral on my lips. So I'm going to go for my trusty favourite, if I can find it. My favourite combo ever has got to be the stripped lip liner and the Lush Lychee lipstick. Now, lip liner, literally you can overline your lips if you want, but I pretty much just follow the line of my lip. I'm gonna use a mirror for this rather than the viewfinder. And yeah, just, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go, and easy as that. Love these lipsticks because I've mentioned before, but they are refillable. So once you run out, you can just take this bit off, like so, and you can just buy this bit here. So you don't have to get the lid and this bit that you twist. Again, you keep hold of those, and you can just buy this, and then you attach it back onto there, and then you're good to go again, which is fab. You can use a lip brush for this if that's your preference, but I don't bother because I feel like the lip liner gives you your line around your lips not to go outside of. I just put it on with the actual lipstick. So this is the finished look, but I'm just gonna go and put something a bit nicer on to match my lovely makeup, and I will come back and show you it a bit better. There we go, I've got a nice spring white shirt on, makes me feel quite summery, and as if I'm about to go out for lunch, which I'm definitely not. But that is the final look. Now I know this was quite requested, so I hope you found that useful, and for those that weren't able to jump on our Zoom call, yeah, you can refer back to this now, as it will obviously always be on my channel. But there is the final makeup look. Smoky eyes. Some people might like to go a bit darker than I have, but that's just personal preference. If you want to, you can do exactly the same, just with different colours, darker colours, if yeah, if you would like to do that, if you want a even more dramatic look. If you were interested in some of the Zoom masterclasses that we've been doing at the moment, because we did one for tanning recently, we've done one for makeup, we've done one for skincare before, we all did our evening skincare routine with each other, then make sure you follow me over on my TROPIC Instagram account, because I do post about them on there. I also do have a private Facebook group, which is just for my customers, so if you are interested in joining that, then please just drop me a comment below or drop me a message over on Instagram, and I'll invite you into that as well. If you have any questions about anything in particular that I used today or that I did, then please drop me a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below as well. I do get back to everybody, and yeah, let me know if you would like to see any other particular videos. Like I said, a couple of you did ask to see this one specifically, so which I love when you request them, because then I know they're ones that you want, and I'm happy to do them. So yeah, leave me any ideas that you have and that you want me to do, things that you're unsure of with TROPIC products or would like to see how to use, then I'm happy to do that. So throw your ideas my way and I'll film them for you. But yeah, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. As I bring a new video every Sunday, and it should only be a few months now until I can bring more videos a week. So I can't wait for that, because when I have updates for you, I feel like I want to bring them to you sooner, but because I only have time to film one video a week, I feel like updates are quite delayed. So for example, bringing Arnie home, that was a week after we brought him home. So in a few months, I'll be able to update you sooner and get more videos out to you a week. So definitely hit that subscribe button, because it's only going to get better as this year goes on. Thank you everyone. If you made it to the end of this video, well done you, and thank you for sticking with me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.